first noticed the Soot in the later part of 2016, but it was not until 2017 when the observation was more evident all across the Port Harcourt metropolis. So people started talking about it. You wake up in the morning, you see black substances deposited on your floors, on your cars, on your clothes. When you brush your teeth in the morning, the first flame you bring out is black. The Soot has different dimensions. We have the Soot, or is usually called particulate matter, above 10 micrometers. We have 5 micrometers. We have 2.5 micrometers. Now, this fine particulate matter we call the Soot is equal to or less than 2.5 micrometers, and it is from incomplete combustion of fossil fuel, such as the gas flaring we see, using of firewood, exhaust emitting and smoke, car exhaust emitting smoke, generating sets. Of course, we have very poor electricity supply in Nigeria, so a lot of companies and households use generating sets. They all contribute to the prevalence of the Soot we find ourselves in Port Harcourt and its environs. So the Soot is so small, you cannot see it without the aid of an electron microscope. So if you look at the anatomy of the respiratory system, right, and inside our nostrils are hairs. These hairs are to protect the respiratory system from foreign bodies that are too large. It will be trapped. Where they are smaller and they go beyond the nostrils, the internal lining of the respiratory system has mucous membranes that secretes fluids or mucus that trap dust and other fine particulate matter so that they don't get into the lungs, into the alveolar spaces where gaseous exchange takes place. Now, this is the very important fundamental why the Soot is so deadly to the health of the public, because it defies all the natural protective barriers in the respiratory system and gets up to the alveolar spaces where the actual gas exchange takes place. Because it's so tiny, the health impact of the Soot can be divided into the immediate and the long-term complications. The Soot can affect children while they are still in their mother's wombs, that's fetuses. In children that are still in their mother's wombs, it can cause intrauterine growth restrictions, preterm deliveries, low birth weight, stillbirth, congenital malformations. And these are not just in the literature. A study was carried out in Port Harcourt in 2017, and it was found that the rate of birth defects in Port Harcourt was exponential, and the research finding discovered that 20.73 per 1,000 live births in Port Harcourt come down with congenital birth defects. My personal experience as a medical doctor working in a tertiary institution, I have seen every 10 patients I see, 7 come down with upper respiratory tract infection. 2 weeks ago, I admitted a final year student for elevated blood pressure. His blood pressure was 180/110, and this boy is just about 26 years old. These are aberrations.